Good morning. Today we have to take another stream of civil engineering practices. Before starting that, to complete irrigation, there is one more system of irrigation known as lift irrigation. Lift irrigation is very common where flow of water on canals cannot be on gravity. If water is at a lower level and the agricultural lands are at the upper end, canals are at the upper, then you have to pump water. Manual lifting wheels. Usually farmers apply the lifting wheels, they rotate, and they just manually use buckets and put water, take water from the water source and pour on the canal. That is the first and the primitive lift irrigation system. Then it has been improved, modified by using wheels. Wheels, pedaling, then using pumps, usually centrifugal pumps, by which water will be taken from the water source and pumped to the canals, and then canals automatically will feed the agricultural lands. So lift irrigation is also a major system of irrigation. Now coming to the third civil engineering practice stream is the public health engineering. Initially it was called public health engineering, dealing with water and wastewater or sewage. Now it is called as environmental engineering. Environmental engineering, one deals with the water supply, and environmental engineering, two deals with the sewage or sanitary engineering, sewage treatments, wastewater engineering. Environmental engineering is of great scope as the impact on the environment is significant. So, environmental engineering plays a very important role in elevating or improving the standard of living of human beings and safeguard the flora and fauna. The recent threat known as global warming and climate change, they considerably give concern to the people who are involved in environmental engineering to take care of the next generation. So, first we will deal with the domestic water supply, the potable water supply. Then we will deal with the wastewater, sewage treatments. So water to be potable, drinking, water for drinking purpose. Then you have industrial water supply, water supply for residents, residential areas, water supply for townships. At the time, the water sources play a very important role because drinking water, there are drinking water standards, and the water which is supplied shall conform to the drinking water standards. So to go to that, we have two terms related to the standards. One is contamination and another is pollution. One is contamination, another is pollution. Contamination means any foreign material showing its presence in water is a contamination. But that contamination need not be harmful for drinking. The level of that contaminants or the contamination level will be so low by which it will not be harmful for the users. But when the contamination goes to that extent by which it will be harmful and it will be toxic to the users, then it is called a pollution. So all contaminations are not pollution, but all pollutions are contamination. So pollution is a subsequent result due to contamination. When the contamination piles up, then pollution will be the result. So even though contamination in its initial stage is not harmful, we should arrest contamination because after some time it may exceed the permissible limits by which that contamination will lead to pollution. There are three types of contamination. Now a fourth one also. Initially it were three. First is the biological contamination. Biological contamination. Second is the physical contamination. And the third is the chemical contamination. Nowadays you have the radiological contamination too. Radioactive elements. Contamination due to radioactive elements. And another is the contamination due to e-waste. E-waste contamination. So biological contaminations, as you have from bacteria, viruses, pathogens, then organisms, certain organisms that cause biological contamination. Physical contamination is just like plastics. First, very menace, plastic menace. Plastic contamination is a typical example for physical contamination. Plastic. Then hair, human hair, nails, all these things, if you see, they are contaminated. then any dirt or debris, decayable and non-decayable, decomposable and non-decomposable contaminants come under physical category, physical contamination. Chemical contamination is because of fertilizers, pesticides, human and animal drugs, industrial waste. So you have chemical contaminations. Then the radiological contamination I told you, such as plutonium, uranium, plutonium concentrations. They create radiological contamination. Then e-waste is a menace. Lot of accumulation of obsolete, out of fashion, non-usable e-waste are dumped and they start contaminating. So these are the ways by which contamination takes place. This contamination goes to that extent by which it will result in pollution. End result of contamination will be pollution. There are 5 pollutants, 5 pollutions due to these biological, physical, chemical, radiological or e-waste contaminants. There are 5 types of pollutions. One is land pollution, water pollution, air pollution, then noise pollution, light pollution. Land pollution, the soil gets contaminated, the fertility of the soil gets reduced, the permeability of the soil gets reduced, water is no longer potable or drinkable, air is no more pure or rich in oxygen, then noise, hectic traffic is one of the causes for noise. I told you once in one of the classes the resonance, that is the exciting frequency and the natural frequency. When the exciting frequency exceeds the natural frequency of a vibrating member, resonance takes place, which will lead to failure. So noise pollution. Then light pollutions. Color distortions. It's one of the examples of light and color. Light shades and colors and lights. So they can distort the color. Some artificial lights cause some birds to behave and make noises, strange noises, because of the artificial lighting. Some birds will make strange noises. You can see evening when you start putting the light from the daylight, when an artificial light is put, you can hear some untoward noise, strange noises from species of birds. So that is the types of pollution. And pollution and contaminations are related. So for potable water, for good water, it shall be free of contamination and free of pollution. Similarly, for good air, It should be free of contamination and free of pollution as far as possible. As far as possible in the sense I mean contamination, but in no case you can tolerate pollution. Day by day, the pollution levels are increasing because of population, because of heavy industrialization, because of lack of control on the pollutants, and people not obeying the legislations, by which the pollution increases. So there are set standards for water quality, air quality, to avoid pollution. So in the case of water, first is the total solids in water, total suspended solids and total dissolved solids. There are permissible limits for this. Then the pH value, the hardness, the temporary hardness and the permanent hardness. Then the alkalinity, the minerals and salts, chlorides, nitrites, so on and so forth. So there are set standards, and that the values will vary from country to country. There's a Bible on testing of water, standard test methods. United States, standard test methods. And there are agencies such as Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, and FDA, Food and Drug Administration. They have set standards. For India also, there are codes. One code is 10,500. 10,500. They set standards for the water quality, and to see whether a water is potable, can be used for drinking or not, depends on the values with respect to the permissible values. When the values are more, it cannot. Then another important pollutant in water is the bacteria, coliform bacteria, and E. coli. There are bacteria. So those things, to a satisfactory extent, we'll try to see in 1 or 2 sessions. Thank you very much. God bless.